Dear fellow golfers, wanted to say hello to you from sunny California. It's kind of raining over here, so I wanted to just go ahead and still work on my game, but through the visualization aspect of it. And today we're gonna go ahead and look at Freddy Couples, okay, and his beautiful swing. He gets into some of the best positions I've ever seen, like ever, and his tempo is amazing. And what I wanted to do today was to kind of put my take on what I believe he's doing with the motions of his body. So if you can see right here on the bottom dot, the first what I want you to notice is how I love this two V's from his thumb and his index fingers both pointing at his right shoulder up here. Boom, like that, right? So you have the right V and the left V both pointing at the right shoulder. Okay, so we like that, right? So let's go ahead and continue to see how he takes his backswing. Perfect. So what I want you to notice is that right here where this second blue dot is right here is him bringing in his hips over here to give him more space to have a bigger range of motion back turn with his torso, while still allowing him to keep this level head in this little square that everybody likes to talk about, right? So that's the first thing I noticed. He shifts his momentum to his trail foot, and he posts up on this leg right here, giving him maximum range of motion to get his backswing without having to deal with any back problems that deals with lower lumbar twisting and stuff like that. So it's really an efficient way to take your backswing. There's a lot of stuff he does with his arms and hands, but we're not going to go into that right now. We're going to mainly focus on his core, lower body, and torso. I'm guessing like lower latissimus dorsi and like the glutes and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and continue on with his swing. So as you see right here, from left arm parallel to follow through parallel, as you noticed, the bottom dot was exactly where his hands were at address, right? And then you can see that he successfully transferred his left hip that was right here. Well, sorry, more like right here. And he's moved it over here to this dot to line up with where his hands were at impact, right? And that's a pretty straight line if you're going to look at joint angles, for this being a ball and socket joint, right? The hip being able to go in and out, and the knee not being able to go in and out because of the AC on the MCL, so that's the first thing that I really do like about this, is his efficient energy transfer. So he's able to apply force and compression through the club head to the ball with his core, with his hip, with momentum, through flow, through tempo, through rhythm. Okay, so that's the first thing. All right, so then secondly, Let's go back in his swing really quick. Let's go back a little bit right here. Let's watch this again. Let's see if I can time this right. Perfect. So you see right here where he throws his momentum from his right hip that's higher. Oh, sorry, not right there. More like right here. More like right here. And he throws it this way, right? To that hip. Okay. And what I think a lot of people miss is that what Freddy understands is when he posts up on this left side, right here, this left side, what he's doing is from the knee joint down to the ankle, right over here, down up here. This is what you would call the iliopsoas band, the IT band. And with the IT band, back in college, I did a laboratory where we took an IT band and we measured it and we hung it with a 5-pound weight over the course of 4 weeks, measuring the length of the IT band after every week. And what we found is that the only way to relieve tension from the IT band was to relieve it at the points right here inside your iliac crest, right? So in layman's terms, the IT band doesn't stretch. So it acts as a resisting force for him to throw his weight into, and he does it so well because what he's doing is when he throws his weight into the IT band, he doesn't have to worry about when or where he's going to stop. His iliopsoas will dictate that, right? So his iliopsoas will dictate that. And simultaneously, while he throws his weight, what he's doing is he's lengthening the 3 glute muscles in the back right here to be able to have a longer stretch, right? A longer stretch to then go from relaxation to what we call contraction, is when you flex the glute, right? So you have to remember you have 3 glutes. There's the glute medius, the glute minus, and the glute maximus. The glute medius extends your knees outwards in a rotation like that, okay? The glute minus sends your hip backwards in a 45 angle direction, and the glute maximus, the main glute, sends your hip back into full extension that way. If we're going to look at these 3 arrows as how the glute controls the leg, right? So what he's doing is simultaneously shifting his weight, lining up his hip joint and knee to replace the hip joint and impact position, right? Lengthening all 3 glute muscles, throwing himself into this iliopsoas band that he has because he knows it's not going to stretch and he knows the maximum resistance, right? And then when he gets to this maximum resistance, his glutes are completely relaxed, like supple quickness, like Mike Austin said. And at that point, he fires his glutes while simultaneously accelerating the club and hand this way by throwing it. Okay, so that's rotational, vertical, and I guess lateral forces all being applied in a particular sequence to give them the most efficiency, right? So then when he follows through, look at this. Boom. Look at that. So if we're going to look at that, the dots are his hip, which stays in the same place, his knee down over here where impact position was like right at the back of his hamstring, knowing that he got his right hip through impact, right? And what this does is it allows him to transfer energy from one side of the transverse plane to the other because of the way he sequences his movements and shifts his weight. To me, this is one of the most amazing ways that you can sequence your body to throw a club at a ball, to have effortless power and look smooth while doing it. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys because it was on my mind, and you know, it's a beautiful swing. So if you guys agree with me, disagree with me even, that's great as well, because I love to hear your opinions. So please let me know down in the comments below what you think, if you like it, if it helped you, if you have any questions for me, or you know, if you disagree. I would love to hear your opinions. Thanks for tuning in, guys.